Joe Bonamassa, he rocks, baby!
Good evening, Belfast. How you doing?
New York-born blues guitarist Joe Bonamassa kept a promise to his Ulster fans by playing a live gig in Belfast, and he was rewarded with a sellout crowd at the Spring and Air Break in Ormeau Avenue. The 31-year-old, who pledged support to the legendary B.B. King at the tender age of 12, proved just why critics the world over have hailed him as the best blues guitarist of his generation. Joe also took the time to give Belfast Telegraph TV an exclusive interview. Joe, very nice to meet you and welcome to Belfast. How's your current tour been going?
The tour's been going great. You know, this is our last night here and we go home for a little while, and it's the response here in Ireland has been awesome. I think the fact that we've come here for the first time and sold out Belfast, and we almost sold out Dublin. We missed it by a few, folks. It just, to me, just a real, an honor. I mean, I always listened to a lot of guys who came out of like Belfast and Dublin, but I never thought we'd get over here and actually get to do some shows. I just think it's been awesome to do. So I'm very honored by the whole tour. So.
Of course, I was reading on your website about some of the classic albums that have inspired you over the years, and I think Rory Gallagher's Irish Tour was one of those.
Yeah, Irish Tour '74. I mean, like we got some Rory Gallagher in the U.S. We didn't get a whole lot of it. There's a much more extensive catalog that's available in Europe than it was ever in the States. But the one that really stuck out to me, that really I wore out and listened to death, was Irish Tour '74, which I think is just, it really is him in essence, because it's like he's such a blue collar guy, and you could just hear it on that record, and just gutsy performance, and it was just brilliant from the word go. So I mean, he's one of my heroes, and kind of, he's known, but he's not as well known in the States as he is here. But he's truly an icon to me. So.
Well, I heard about him maybe a year and a half ago, and I actually think he's absolutely amazing. He's one of my guitar heroes, to be honest. I just think he's so amazing, to be honest.
He's got something different. He's a young blues guitarist, and he can do it all.
And I reckon he's up in the Super League with Gary Moore and Rory Gallagher.
Brilliant.
And I would put him definitely in the #1 position, and Moore right beside him.
And of course, I know that you started playing guitar at the tender age of 4. What was it that first made you want to pick up the guitar as an instrument?
Well, my dad played, and so there was always guitars around the house, and I started playing guitar very, very, early because, I was influenced by my father and the records he was playing me at the time. And
what sort of music was he playing?
He was playing everything from straight up blues to Emerson, Lake and Palmer to Rory Gallagher to Yes songs to Doc Watson. Everybody he was playing.
Great. And you've got a lineup change now with the band that you're touring with at the minute.
Well, this band here has been together for about a year and a half. My drummer's been with me about 3 years, and the bass player Carmine Rojas and Rick Mellick on keyboards. They came in April of last year, and Bogey's been with us since November of 2005. So.
And on your most recent album, there was a lot more acoustic stuff on it. Have you any preference in terms of when you're playing a guitar between acoustic and electric?
I treat both, kind of differently, I guess. Acoustic is more of a, very personal style. It's more dynamic. Electric's more kind of full out. It's kind of predicated on the amps and the tone and the guitar. But the acoustic, we do an acoustic section in the show. I think everybody really, really digs it. And we rearrange some electric songs and do those acoustic, and we do some acoustic songs that were on slow gen electric, so nobody knows what to expect, it's fun to do it like that.
What do you think of Joe?
Fantastic, as a guitar player himself, he's unbelievable.
He's an absolute classic guitarist, actually. He is a genius. There is a riff he plays, where he actually does an old drum solo on the guitar itself. So it's well worth seeing.
And your last album, Slow Gin, was very, very well received by the critics. I suppose you're wondering how you're going to follow that one up. I mean, an incredible recording.
Thank you. Well, we're in the middle of working on a brand new disc, which I think is going to be the best one yet. It's a little bit heavier, a little bit more back into the blues rock thing, and but it's definitely has that kind of. I think it's a more sophisticated approach than we've taken in the past. A little more kind of song-oriented, a little more melody. I think blues lacks a little bit of melody right now, so we're trying to go for that and just kind of continuing on where we left off.
Well, you're certainly blazing a trail and doing very well in keeping the whole blues tradition alive. And thank you very much, Smoking Joe Bonamassa, for talking to the Belfast Telegraph.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be here.
What do you think of Joe Bonamassa?
It's the best guitarist on the planet, basically.